Good evening, everyone, and welcome back again with another live show on the channel. Yes, it is the match review and the player ratings show from today's 3-1 win against the Saints, Southampton. And that's another win under our belts, despite it not being the greatest of all games. But the main fact is, it's another 3 points for us in the bag, which is absolutely fantastic. It really, really is. Well, guys, if you do enjoy tonight's show, please, of course, hit the thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you're new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you really enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button. It is completely free to do so, and it does help make the channel grow definitely as well. And of course, hit that bell notification, and it will let you know of any other live shows or any other pre-recorded videos that get uploaded to the channel as well. Hit the bell button will notify you whenever it is a live show or a pre-recorded video that is uploaded on the day as well. If you would like to donate, we have Super Chat available. If you just click the $sign if you want to give something to the channel, and if you want to consider becoming a member of the channel for just 99p a month, just hit that join button to become a member. We've got one comment there coming in so far. It's Jack. Even in all been a while, hope you well, Jack. As well. So, guys, let's talk. We'll get into it. So, yep, as I mentioned, not the greatest of performances. I mean, we'll start with you, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Poor first half. Not a great first half. Gifted them a goal. But second half, all Eddie Howe has to do is just make one change for that second half, and the game completely changes.
Yeah, Pete, I was disappointed with the first half because I just didn't think we were there. We weren't at the races. It looked like Southampton were trying to frustrate us.
Yep.
I mean, we had chances to score. I mean, Gordon had two.
Mm-hmm.
And the one he hit the post with, I was disappointed because I just thought if he'd probably hit that with the outside of his foot, that would have probably gone round the goalkeeper and probably went in the back of the net. But he toe poked it because of his heavy touch, the second touch, which left him a lot more to do. But I'm sure, but with the pace he's got, he could have put that away. And I was so disappointed. And I'm not slating Anthony Gordon, by the way. I mean, Bruno had a chance which he probably should have buried as well, in all honesty. But Southampton took the lead. They took the lead, and deservedly so. Might have been against the run of play, but they took the lead and they went in 1-0 at the break. And that was probably the kick up the arse we actually needed. Because we're playing the team who are rock bottom, who've got no confidence, who are just an absolute shambles all over the place. Even their manager's a shambles.
Terrible.
And I just thought, no, we need to up our game. And I thought at half time, Eddie Howe needs to get into this team. I honestly thought he might give it 10 minutes and then bring Wilson on, but he brought Wilson on at half time. And that changed the game. Isak, again, assisting again. He assisted Wilson for the first one.
Absolutely.
But Isak was all over the place, and he was absolutely brilliant again. And the second half, we done what we needed, and that was to win that game. And we went out and won that game comfortably, 3-1. We probably could have won it 4-5-1 if we'd got any more goals, but we did try. But I was happy with a 3-1 at the end of the day, and we're still third in the league. The only disappointment I've got this afternoon is can't believe Villa being crap, not getting past Man United, not even being able to score past them. You know, I had to take ferret face to win it for them.
And I just want to break into some breaking news. The FA are looking into Jurgen Klopp's post-match interview about what he said about Fortini. So Sky have said he is getting investigated.
Oh, good.
Well, I mean, I don't know what he said about Paul Tierney, but I know Paul Tierney didn't shake his hand at the end of the game. And I've seen some people saying that's a bit poor from the referee to do that. And I thought, well, no. If Jurgen Klopp's pissed him off all game, then what do you expect him to do? Say, thank you, Jurgen. Nice man. No.
Exactly.
The man's a knob.
Exactly. You are, absolutely. Definitely. Yeah, but Mason, you would agree as well. Not great in the first half, but soon as we fetched on our number 9, Callum Wilson, the game completely changes.
I felt we did play poor, and I should have mentioned as well on Tony's channel. We played a bit like we did in the first half against Everton. but we're luckily enough we got into the game, and I think that's what happened again today. I think it took a little bit longer, because because we managed to score, but I think we took a little bit longer to score when playing poor. But luckily enough, with the second half, we're just. I think we played similar like we did at Goodison in the second half. But to be honest, I was impressed with the second half again.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. IP, I just wanted to say to Tony, thank you for letting me and Jonathan on Tony's channel earlier from Kate and Jonathan.
Welcome anytime, Kate and Jonathan. Anytime there's a show, pop on. Absolutely. Pleasure to have you on.
Absolutely as well. So there you are. But did anyone have that feeling that Longstaff was going to miss the game? Because I didn't at first, to be honest.
I didn't know. I thought, when I started seeing the rumours coming through, and I'm thinking, oh, okay. Because I've never heard Eddie actually mention that he was missing. But obviously from that knock against Everton, it's understandable. But what I did see on my show, on my pre-match build-up was, if he has got a long-term injury, whether it was, we didn't know at the time if it was a broken bone or whatever, a lot of my blame is for the knobhead who refereed that game, Andre Mariner, because Andre Mariner, when Sean Longstaff, that should have been a penalty, by the way.
Yeah,
when he went down, he was in agony. And yes, he rolled back on the pitch and Pickford tried to push him off the pitch. But the problem was the referee did not get treatment on for him. He just carried on and he just got him to get back up on his feet. And then about a minute later, he went down again, an hour and a half. And again, the referee told him, get up and get on playing. He quite clearly had a problem. Now, I'll tell you what, if that injury had got any worse than it is, then I'm sorry, the blame lies at the door of Andre Mariner, because he should have got treatment on that field, regardless if that player's down or not. Yes, we see a lot of it with players who play act on the field, and roll about and they get up and there's nothing wrong with them. But I'm sorry, Longstaff was on that ground for quite a while and he was in agony, and you could see he was. And even when he got up, he was hobbling around. So I'm sorry, Andre Mariner, you're not fit to referee. It's about time you went on your bike and retired, because you're an absolute disgrace. You're a muppet. Because I'll tell you now, if I was Newcastle United and if that was a more serious injury, I'd be suing Andre Mariner and the BGMOL.
Totally would. I absolutely would be.
Because what if that injury, Pete, though, bad break, and then what if it got worse because he was trying to play on because of the referee say so, and it ended his career?
Exactly. Absolutely, exactly.
They don't think of these things, do they?
No, they don't. They certainly don't, do they? But the good news is it's not a serious injury, which is good. So hopefully Longstaff is back soon. But he was a bit of a miss. Again, particularly you could tell in that first half that we helped carry the midfield, particularly with Bruno and Willock in that role as well, definitely. So, which is why we had to make the change and why it had to take going off and bring Wilson on. So
sorry for me, Mariner rant, but
I agree. The man's got barely any. He can't keep up with anything now.
He can't.
He got any pace on him anymore. He must be well into his 50s.
He's 52.
There you are, then.
I've seen more pace than a snail.
Aye, exactly.
I've seen more pace on Jurgen Klopp than he's older. And then he pulled his hamstring.
Yes.
That was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, Pete, you'll have to watch it, and it's absolutely hilarious because he starts limping and he's like, oh, my hamstring's gone.
I need to have a look at that. I need to have a look at that. Do you find it was a case of you didn't think you'd miss him as much as we did till he was gone? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, the Villa game when he wasn't playing, he was on the bench. You could tell how much he was much of a miss in that game as well. So, but hopefully he's back very, very soon and will lead him back. If he's fit for Arsenal, he goes back in. If he's not, we've said it, guys. Wilson plays in the middle and we'll have Isak on the left.
Yeah. Definitely agree with that one, Pete.
I mean, absolutely as well. So there you are. Hi, PD, Tony Mason, and all. I hope you're well, Coffee. We will, of course, Gordon missed that chance, which he hit the post. He should have buried that. But I think this lad will come good. This lad will come really, really good. He's only 22 years of age. Wait till we see him in pre-season, and then we'll judge him on the next season. That's what we'll be doing mostly.
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. I thought, I think the pre-season's going to be key for Anthony Gordon because he'll have a full pre-season under Eddie Howe.
Yep.
And I think Eddie Howe will look at his finish and think, well, this lad could probably finish better than he is. And so what he'll do is he'll probably give him some special coaching and say, right, you need to work on your finishing more. Your finishing is to be your key. And
absolutely,
if he knuckles down and works on it, and over the pre-season has a great pre-season, he could do a Mickey. He could go to America. He could play in the friendlies. He could do a Mickey and start scoring for fun in the friendlies and then come into the Premier League and bring it in with him into the league. So, we saw that with Mickey last season. This season, when we played against the likes of Gateshead and all that, Mickey was scoring for fun. Benfica. And then he started doing it in the Premier League. Anthony Gordon could do exactly the same. And he's only 22. He's got a long way to go in the game. And I've always said Anthony Gordon is that rough diamond, just needs smoothing out. And Eddie Howe will smooth him out. And when he becomes, then when he gets him to where he wants him to be, I think he'll be one of the best players in the country. Remember, he's the second fastest player in the country behind Mudryk. And I'll tell you what, I'd rather have Gordon in the team than Mudryk because I don't think Mudryk's that great.
Mudryk kind of hit a bond door, can't he?
I just want to say
Chelsea missed that £100 million up the wall.
Yeah, go ahead, Mason.
I just want to say about Gordon. This is the second best. I think this is the second best manager he's going to be working with because I think the one decent manager who'll give them who'll give them like the shadow of a doubt and give them like a start like a first taste of men's football.
Yep.
Ancelotti. I think that's the only decent manager he's played under. The rest have just been shit. He's worked with Lampard, Benitez is a decent manager, but it didn't work out for him at Everton considering his Liverpool connections. I think he had a spell of pressing under Alex Neil.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just I think Eddie Howe will get the best out of him, but I think him and Eddie Howe and Ancelotti, obviously Ancelotti for giving Gordon his first taste of men's football.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Ancelotti was it there at times for him, but he only lasted like 18 months. So
that's it.
But Eddie Howe will have longer than 18 months with Gordon.
Totally.
Ancelotti's a decent manager, but I think, like, for Premier League wise, I think
he did well under Ancelotti.
Eddie Howe will make him a bit like much better, considering Ancelotti was only there for like 18 months.
Absolutely, I think he did well under Ancelotti. For me, Lampard, he was no good under Lampard because Lampard's just an all-round poor manager. Totally. Covey says, "Man, you got lucky, very lucky with a win over Villa. Apparently."
I don't know. I didn't see the game.
I'll have to have a look at the highlights. So, fortunate for Villa, is it the first defeat under Emery? No, it's not. I'm not sure how many it is. I know Arsenal beat them 4-2. I'll have to have a look and go back and see what the others were. Jack thinks something fishy about the Mudryk deal, but won't bring politics into it. Fair, that's no problem, Jack. Fair play. Well, he's just not lived up to his price tag since coming to the Premier League, has he?
Well, Pete, I've been very disappointed. I thought, because we were linked to him.
Yep.
And I'm glad we haven't got him, to be fair. I mean, I watched him for Ukraine against England. He got hooked off because he wasn't that great. And he's not been great in the Premier League, excuse me. But, yeah, I just think he's overpriced, overhyped. And, I don't get with, like, some of these, these media people are coming out and saying, "Oh well, Newcastle are having the luxury of being in the Champions League this season, but next season they're in for a big shock because Chelsea will be back, Liverpool will be back, and be back stronger." And I looked and I thought, are you on drugs or something? Because Chelsea are going to come back stronger. Chelsea are an absolute shambles of a club. It wouldn't surprise me if they've got no European football again the following season, because the way they're being ran, if a manager like Nagelsmann doesn't want to go there because he says they've got too many models on the football pitch, then what does that tell you?
It's going to make Pochettino's job harder if this deal does go through.
And I think once the season finishes, FFP will be kicking in. It will be knocking the door of Chelsea Football Club in the summer. Because I won't be surprised if FFP will
surprise me as well.
Because they've got no European football to bring that extra money in.
Exactly. If they've spent all that money, and if they miss out on European football, that could well come back to bite them in the knackers completely. David thinks he did Bruno play well today. He kept losing the ball. First half he looked a little bit off, but second half he really came into it.
Yeah, he did.
Along with the rest of the players as well, that came right more into life in the second half. As soon as Wilson come on, as I mentioned, the whole of the game changed completely, I thought, as well. So we've got to talk about the goal we conceded. That was scored by Stuart Armstrong, who's, I think, scored in the past 2 or 3 times now against it, I believe.
Yes, he has.
Yes, he has.
I mean, that for me, that was a poor one to concede. Someone should be picking him up in the box.
Yeah, I mean, the tackle on Bruno was clean from Lavia.
There was nothing wrong with that.
Sorry, Tony. I thought when they scored, I was thinking I was going to be getting in this because that should be a free kick to us.
I didn't think there was anything wrong with the tackle.
No.
I think he just got the better of Bruno there.
Yeah, he did. And they got the ball in the box, and he was unmarked, really, wasn't he, Stuart Armstrong? So we should have picked him up, really. But Southampton deserved that at that point.
They did, yeah. They were passing the ball around okay. They had a couple of attempts on target as well. But Jack thinks Ben should have picked him up.
Maybe, yeah.
Possibly could have done. Yabba Dabba Doo's in the house. Hope you well. David says, for me, Gordon should have scored to make it 1-0. Yeah, he should have scored that. He really, really should have scored that.
I do think if Gordon had scored that goal, I think the floodgates would have opened. But we needed that first elusive goal in the first half. I think if we'd scored that first goal in the first half, then that game would have opened up and we would have ran riot. But the fact is, we just weren't on the game, were we?
No,
and
that
the crowd was quiet as well, which was surprising.
It was a little bit at times, but as soon as we got that equaliser, the crowd got going once again. We got going. Yeah. That was the main thing. So they are, which was really, really good. I think what we needed was half time to come because we weren't going really anywhere in that first half. So half time could have come quicker for us. Eddie could have gotten there and says, right, that wasn't good enough. We need to be better here, and I need to do something about it. I need to bring someone off and get someone on. Gordon, it was. Okay. Was it a little bit harsh on him? Because he played okay in that first half, I thought. But you can tell Eddie needed to bring the change on. He needed to bring an extra centre forward, a striker on, i.e. our number 9, Callum Wilson, and the game changed completely, which was absolutely fantastic. But the ball across from Isak was just incredible, and Callum Wilson just does the rest. And you see Alex McCarthy just doesn't move a muscle at all to try and stop that ball from going in the back of the net.
He couldn't do nothing about the goal, to be fair. It was a good strike from Wilson, and there was only one place that was going, that's in the back of the net. But Isak again, it's his skills out from the left. I mean, is he going to be the answer to our problems on the left? Not that we do have many problems on the left.
Yeah, that's it, absolutely. But, he's not going to be there probably. If Longstaff comes back from fitness, I think Joe Linton will be back on the left-hand side. They're back from when Longstaff comes back from his injury. So there you are. But that got us going. We got that, yeah, Tony.
Ruben Sellers, the Southampton man, just says, we started the game well. We knew what we had to do to get a performance and the 3 points here. He says, we wanted to have a little bit more possession in the first half, but we were fine in the moments and in the transactions we wanted to be. In the second half, the game changed a little bit. They brought a tactical variation with Isak on the left-hand side, so we tried to compensate that, but we really didn't find ourselves during the second half. I've been very clear from the beginning. We will stand here until the end of it and fight for it. Hopefully we can do it again for another 90 to 95 minutes in the next game. Today, we really dropped our level in the second half.
All I can say to that is games aren't won in the 45 minutes.
Because he did say, apparently, before the game and everything, he said, we're going to go to Newcastle, we're going to beat them, and then we're going to win every game this season and stay up.
Well, I think that's...
He's deluded, isn't he?
He's deluded.
It shows
well out of his depth as well.
It shows a manager who's not got any experience of managing in the Premier League. Look where they are, how many points are on, look what players he's got. Yes, he'll have good connections with his players, but I'm sorry, mate, but you're going down. And if you stay on next season, you need a massive rebuild with your team.
Who would you say is good out of that Southampton team? I don't think Walker Peters is a bad player.
Alcaraz and
he's not bad. And
Lafia.
Absolutely. And of course, you've got James Ward-Prowse, who carries their midfield pretty much as well.
I don't know what free kick.
I don't know why I always keep calling him Alvarez for some reason, but it's Alcaraz.
Alcaraz.
I'm thinking of the Alvarez at Man City.
Yes. I mean, Eddie House come out and said, it was disappointing first half for us. Southampton played well, defended well. We couldn't break them down to get that first goal we needed. But a great response in the second half. It was a key moment for us. 1-0 down. The players did exceptionally well in that second period. We played with real control. We didn't get desperate in our attempts to score. We stayed patient, made some good decisions and got rewarded for that. We are in a good place because we're winning, we're confident, and the players believe in our abilities to win football matches. We play Arsenal next. Look for that challenge, but take nothing for granted. And on Anthony Gordon, he said, look, it's no reflection on his performance. I thought Anthony did really well. He could have scored and had probably our best moments of the half, but I felt I needed to get Callum on the pitch. Someone had to be sacrificed, and it was him. And then he finally says on Callum Wilson, he took his goals brilliantly. His all-round performance is superb. He had a galvanising effect on the group, on the crowd. Alex moved to the left and did really well. It was a really good second half and capped off with Callum's goal.
Yeah, that's totally honesty from Eddie Howe. Total honesty from him. It certainly is, isn't it? So there you are. As well. Yep, as you mentioned, we needed to get that goal, and that got us really going in that second half in particular. So Gordon's confidence is getting higher and higher. Says, yeah, but I think it is as well. Yeah, I think it will be as well. I think the lad's still young. He's still going to be learning. Next season's where he'll get judged properly the most. Southampton goal difference is bad. Their goal difference is minus 32.
That's shocking, isn't it?
That's terrible. I mean, that's joined with Nottingham Forest, but Nottingham Forest can get that a bit higher now, I believe. And I think Leeds' goal difference will start to worsen, in my opinion, now.
Oh, yeah, definitely without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, just Southampton, though, they were just, that's just so poor. I mean, as we're saying, next up for Southampton is obviously they've got to go to Nottingham Forest. I believe they lose to Forest and then they're at home to Fulham. If Fulham beat them, they're down. But they could be down before they even play Fulham.
They could be. It couldn't. Depends what the other results go the way, don't they? I expected a fight from them in the first half, but Arsenal proved that Southampton don't have the stamina. Proved that Southampton don't have the stamina to see out a match. Absolutely, yeah, totally agree with that one, Jack. Because look what happened. Arsenal were 3-1 down, and then they clawed it back and got it to 3-3 as well. So there you are. But yeah, absolutely. But which is who we've got next, Arsenal next week. And I can, do you know what? Can I see us beating Arsenal at St James's Park? Yes, I can. Because we're still going for that Champions League. They could be well out the title race. If they don't beat Chelsea, who have been so dire this season, then they're well and out the title race now completely.
I totally agree, Pete. Yeah, totally agree.
And I would like to get a result because we all know what AFTV is like for their meltdowns. We all like to watch AFTV in absolute meltdown after they lose a game. And I would like to get one over, particularly on people like Ty of all people.
I can't stand that Ty, speculative bastard. Sorry for my French. I generally cannot stand him.
They're just they're just like meltdowns, don't they? Arsenal fans, they really do.
Absolutely. Well, it's just there's some nice, good Arsenal fans. I like Lucas
There
Channel.
is.
I like Rich from the Over and Over and Arsenal channel. I think he's a great guy as well. But it's people like idiots like Ty who call us a nothing club.
Yeah. What an absolute bell end.
Yeah. Mighty Mag -32 is Steve Bruce's area. It certainly is, isn't it?
It is, yeah, definitely.
What, he's not wrong there, is he?
They could have put Steve Bruce in charge of Southampton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of Arsenal fans, I think we've got one in the chat.
Yeah, Lucas just popped in. Everton, the Skip Rats moving area to the Championship. Well, could well be. Luke, I hope you're well, man. Hope you're keeping well. Absolutely. They'll be coming into it already. Shook up the atmosphere at St James's Park with a cherry on the cake, says Jack.
Yeah.
Fair play, enough. Yep.
I mean, Man U's got to go to Brighton on Thursday. I mean, I could see Brighton turning Man U over.
It could happen. Look what
did the Wolves 6-0. I mean, did you see that coming? I didn't.
I certainly didn't see it coming. I certainly didn't, did we?
What a hell of a team they are, Brighton, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Right, with second goal that we got here, Mason. I mean, it was funny because on the tannoy, they give it to Bruno. A lot of people think that Botman got it until we officially saw it. It was scored an own goal by Theo Walcott, of all people.
You know what? I need to see that second goal because from where I sit in the Leazers, there was like Southampton, Southampton players in the way. I don't know who it was. People were saying it like people like in the Gallagher, people were shouting this when Botman. The tannoy said it was Bruno, and then it's on Sky. It was Theo Walcott. I need to have a little look. At that again. But I mean, it was like for the build up. I already can say about the build up. It was a great quarterback Trippier, and obviously I need to see the goal again.
Yeah, I think I'll need to again as well. So just to, but Theo Walcott, who used to love goals against us, Tony, pops up and gives us a goal instead.
Oh, it was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? I mean, you know, they brought a super sub on, and he came on and he scored an own goal, and couldn't happen to a nicer person, could it?
Yeah, totally right. I mean, he's done as a player now, isn't he?
Oh, isn't he just? I mean, yeah, he's just saying out his time now. I think Southampton go down, he goes down with Southampton. I think he'll be playing Championship football next season with them.
Yeah, could well be. Mighty Magaska, look, how are you feeling playing us? For Brighton to do that with the lineup they put out was even more mind-blowing. Not saying it was a bad lineup, just some big names missing. Absolutely. I didn't think Matoma started.
No, he didn't.
Is Ferguson still out for them?
Yeah.
Right. Luckily enough that
he started that Undav and he scored 2.
And Welbeck scored 2, didn't he?
Yeah.
And
Gross scored 2.
Yeah. That good. I think that first goal that Gross scored was an absolute peach of a goal.
Oh, with the volley and then in the back, when he controlled it, brilliant goal. That
Fair play to Brighton. I respect that club because for what it does, it's just a great football club.
Yeah.
Well, pundits are saying apparently that the club's looking better now under De Zerbi than it did under Graham Potter.
I think it is as well, actually. I really believe it is. The team to beat Informed Bournemouth, credit to them. Yeah, absolutely. Totally, absolutely.
Glad we haven't got to play them anymore.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah. I mean, we've got to talk about the offside decision because Wilson thought he had his second till VR. It looks like his foot is just in an offside position. But you were saying, Tony, it might have come off a Southampton player last.
What it seemed to be, Pete, was you had Bella Ketchup or ketchup, whichever way you want to call them, tomato ketchup, whatever.
Oh, no.
Right? Right? But Bella Ketchup. But, right? Or I could call him Heinz if I wanted to. Because he is German anyway, and Heinz is a German name. But, yeah. But Bella Ketchup was there. So, like there. Then you had Almiron here. Now, to me, it looks like the ball has come off Bella Ketchup. Then it's hit Almiron. Then it's gone into the path of Wilson, who's then popped the ball in the back of the net.
Yep.
VAR's had a good look at that for 4 minutes. And they think it's come off Almiron and missed Bella Ketchup. But I'm not so sure. I think it's touched Bella Ketchup on the way through, but it's really, really difficult to see on the angles. It was very contentious, I thought. But the longer they were taking, I thought, well, what are they actually looking for?
No, that's it.
And then when they just allowed it, I thought, yeah, this is a corruption starting again. You know, let's not give Newcastle a goal. Yeah.
But Theo Walcott did us a favour after that. That was the.
I've done a little bit of research on that Bella Ketchup. He was actually born in Paris, but he moved to Germany because his father played. I think his father played in the lower German league. So, but his father's Cameroonian, so he's. You can go all around about what citizenship he is, but he does play for Germany because he grew up in Germany.
Yeah, well,
that's through research.
Fair play. Yeah. Of course, we'll do the player ratings during the show. We'll get into those very, very shortly. So remember to get yours in when we do get to that as well. But we got the third goal. It was, I think Willock does well to use his strength there. And then Wilson just picks up the loose ball and just rounds McCarthy, and it's in the back of the net. And we've well and truly now changed this game and got the game sealed up, the Tony, which was really good, which is what we needed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a well-taken goal from Callum Wilson. He made the keeper go down first before he took it round him because the keeper thought he was going to shoot. And that's why he went down, sat him on his arse and went round him and put it in the back of the net, and defender trying to clear it, but they got nowhere near it. But yeah, that was the icing on the gate, or the cherry on the top, you know. We needed that third goal. We needed that extra goal to get us ahead, and there was no way Southampton were coming back from that anyway. That they were very poor in that second half.
Yeah, that's it.
I believe that Ruben Sellers told them to sit back and defend that 1-0 lead.
You cannot be sitting back now.
No.
You need to try and work on it to get another goal. Sitting back, and look how it just backfired on them, and we just wiped them in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. And deservedly so as well.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely, definitely.
I didn't understand that. I didn't know as well that I didn't know Kyle Walker Peters can play left back.
Yeah, he's been playing left back of them as well. He's normally a right back, but he's been playing left back a lot for them as well. So yeah, but we'll say if VAR did overrule Callum Wilson, and then Wilson, after he gets his second goal, and hits the crossbar after that as well, he could have had 4 goals.
He could have, yeah. He could. He's on fire, isn't he, Wilson?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we said if Longstaff doesn't make Arsenal, Wilson starts in the middle, and then you have Isak on the left. But if Longstaff is back for Arsenal, It's going to be between Wilson or Isak. I wouldn't mind who either started out the two of them. I think the most likely would be Isak, actually. But the way Wilson's getting goals as well, it's going to give Eddie a bit of a selection headache.
He's probably one of his best scoring rates since he's been at Newcastle, I think, isn't it? I mean,
this is 15 goals he's got now.
Yeah, so
this is a good question. I'm going to ask out. Can Callum Wilson?
He could have 20 goals by the end of the season.
I was going to come and ask you, Zach. Can Callum Wilson reach 20 goals before the season finishes? I would say don't rule it out.
Thing is, Gareth Southgate's got a hard decision to make now because you got Ollie Watkins who's on form.
Yep.
You got Callum Wilson on form. Where are you going to fit these players?
That's it. That's the thing, isn't it? So yeah, there you are. Totally agree. And then we see out the rest of the game and win 3-1, which was great. Yeah. And it just pushes Southampton further to closer to relegation now. And they are well and truly dead and buried for me now. They don't look like winning any games now. I think I'm looking at the last few games. I think they've all been defeats. I know I've looked at the last 5 games and they've lost 4 but drawn the 1.
Oh yeah, I wonder who that was against.
So I'm just gonna come. So the last win. Let's go and have a look when that was. Okay, right. So of course we beat them the day, but before that they lost to Bournemouth. There was a spineless performance. They got the 3-3 draw with Southampton. They got beat off Palace 2-0. They got absolutely well and truly beaten off Man City 4-1. Southampton just beat them 1-0 at their place. They did draw 3-3 with Spurs.
Yeah.
They did lose to Brentford. They drew 0-0 with Man United. The last win was back on the 4th of March, and that was against Leicester City 1-0.
Yeah.
So
that's how bad they are. They even got beaten in the FA Cup off Grimsby Town of all teams.
Yes.
I know we shouldn't laugh because we lost to League 1 opposition, but they lost to League 2 opposition.
So did Villa.
Yeah, they did. Stevenage, yeah.
Yeah, you are. The footwork when Wilson took the ball around the keeper was very maxi, absolutely, totally agree. How many games do mathematically we have for Champions League football?
I think 1.
Possibly.
It's a possibility, Pete, but I think
if we get up to 70 points, 1. I think we've definitely got the top 4 secured.
I mean, I just look at the table here, Pete. Obviously, if I mean, we're sitting on 65 now.
Yep.
On 33 games played. Brighton's got 7 games left. That's 21. So that's 73 points. But I can't see Brighton winning every game. So
no, neither can I.
If I look at Man U, they're on 63 points.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're in 4th. But Liverpool have played the same amount of games as us, and are on 56 points and 9 points behind us. So I think Liverpool's got 15. That would take them to 71 points if they won every game between now and the end of the season. So that would put them technically above us, but obviously we would win games before then. So to be honest with you, Pete, I think we're safe in that top 4. In all honesty,
lovely,
unless we go on a really bad run and lose every game between now and the end of the season.
I can't see us doing that.
No.
I think Yabba thinks we could still get 2nd. Arsenal are going to have to really fluff up their lines now for that to the rest of the season now.
Wouldn't surprise me, Pete. Wouldn't surprise me. It's amazing what a title race can do to you. I mean, we've experienced that ourselves. I mean, back in the 90s, we had that 12-point lead and we lost it. Arsenal had a 12-point lead and it looks like they're going to lose that as well. So, well, have lost it because Man City are top. Arsenal are imploding. If they get beat off Chelsea on Tuesday, then they really are in the shit.
Yeah, there will be as well. So there you are. Well, then, let's now get into the player ratings now. And remember to get yours down in the live chat as well on what you would rate the players from their performance today. I will start off with you, Mason. I'll start off with you, and I'll give you the man in the middle, Nick Pope.
Had that one decent save in the first half, just before they scored, and then luckily enough, I think he should have done better for when Stuart Armstrong scored, but and then in the second half he didn't do much. He didn't. I didn't see Nick Pope doing anything, so I'll probably give him a 8.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
I was picking a 7. I was going to pick a 7 or an 8, but I've seen Yabba's and Coffee's 8, and I just thought, just give him an 8.
Yeah, I think 8's reasonable. Yeah, he did pull off some easy. Yeah, he did. There was that one you on about, yes, as well. Again, I don't think it was his fault for the goal, and he pretty much he could have had a deck chair in front of him in the second half because he had no to do, did he? So there you go.
Fishing rod.
Okay, right on to you, Tony. And you can start off with Kieran Trippier.
Yeah, I thought Trippier was fine. Leader on the pitch as usual. Yeah, I thought Trippier had a good game. He put some decent balls in the box from his corners. I'll give Trippier, and he wasn't at fault for the goal. I'll give Trippier an 8.
Trips an 8 as well. Yeah, I think it's.
I think that was about right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jack's on for a 9 for Pope. Coffee a 9 for Trippier. Trips an 8 from Yabba as well. Okay, I will take Mr. Fabian Schär, and I thought he did what he had to do as well, pretty much. Fabian Schär kept it simple at times, which was brilliant. Again, his passing's really, really, really good again for me as well. So, yep. Thought he did what he had to do, Fabian Schär. So an 8 for Fabian Schär as well. So there you are. Trips a 9, Schär an 8, says Yabba. Okay, back to you, Mason. And you can have his centre-back partner, Mr. Rolls-Royce.
Disappointing with the goal to concede. Him and Shaw. Overall, I didn't see them do much defending in the second half, so I'm probably going to give him an 8 as well. Okay. But it's disappointing. It's disappointing that him and Shaw should have done much better when walking Stuart Armstrong.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's fine as well. Yeah, totally agree. Sharon 8, Botman a 7. Botman an 8 is from Coffee as well. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Definitely as well. Okay, back to you, Tony. And you've got the last of the back four. Mr. Big DB, Big Dan Burn.
Yeah, he was all right. He got down the left all right, and he seemed to be controlling that side. But was he at fault for that goal? Maybe. Not totally at fault, I would say. I'll give Burn a 7.
Yeah, 7. Fair enough, yeah. I think Yabba's gone for a 7 for Burn as well. I think 7's reasonable. I don't think it would have been as bad as well. So I think around about then should be fine as well. So it's back to me now, and I will take, of course, Bruno. Yeah, not the greatest the first half, but second half he really came to life. I thought so, which we needed him to do that. I really, really thought. And if anyone didn't see, he brung his son onto the pitch before the game kicked off.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
I didn't realise that.
Yes, he did. He actually brung his little in onto the
pitch.
Because
I was under the big massive flag in the losers.
Oh, were you under that big banner?
I was under that, so I didn't see.
I thought second half he really, really come more in the second half, which is what we needed him to. So, I would say an A for Bruno.
Yeah.
Even he come out and admitted himself that he didn't think he had the bestest of games as well. Well, I think I would say never doubt yourself. I thought you did what you had to do. That's the main thing. It's improving. I think he's on about Burn. Bruno in 8, 7 for a poor first stop, but redeemed himself in the second. That's for Bruno from Jack. I'd say an 8 for Bruno. Okay. Back to you, Mason. And you can have Mr. Joe Willock.
He lost the ball a few times in the first half, which was disappointing. But second half, he was one of them players who got the grips of the game in the second half. So for me, I'll give Willock new a 8.
Yeah, I think that's really good. Yeah, I agree with that. Little bit thing in the first half, but second half again, come out of that. I mean, the way he went into a bit of a thingy with it for our third goal and helped, and then it fell to Wilson for him to pick the loose ball up to Willock used his strength on their player to stop him from getting that and allowed Wilson to get that. I really, really just thought that was impressive. So, I agree. I think that's worthy of an A for Willock. Yeah, I was going for a 7 for Willock. Okay, fair play. Okay, the last one out the midfield, Tony, is Big J7.
Yeah, I thought he put himself about fine. He tried to do whatever he could. I thought tried everything he could to try and help us get level. His usual work, powerhouse like he is. I'm actually going to give him an 8.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of sloppiness. It's a bit of sloppiness in there. But yeah, second off, again, a lot of them came to life, didn't they? So there you are. So I think an 8 for Joe Linton's really good. Another poor first off, but better in the second half. He's relating to Willock. So that's a midfield 3. We'll go on to the attacking 3 now. I will start off with, I'll get him. And that is Jacob Murphy. Yep. Do you know what? Not the greatest, but do you know what? I couldn't fault his work rate, I thought his work rate was good. He kept trying, which was okay for me. So, yeah, I didn't think it was too bad from Jacob Murphy the day. So I'm going to say a 6 for Jacob Murphy. I thought work rate was there, I thought. He kept going. I mean, maybe he's not as great at what it was last time, but I thought he never gave up. That was the thing. So, yeah, but Joe Linton and Nathan Murphy 7. Okay, yeah, so they were. Okay, back to you, Mason, and you can have Mr. Anthony Gordon.
Disappointing as well with some of the balls, with some that we're losing the ball a few times, but he had one of the best, like he had two of the best chances in that face off in Newcastle. So I'll probably give Gordon just a hard one, 7.
7. You know what? 7's fine. Yeah.
I would have given him an 8. I would have given him an 8 if he played the whole game. So
I thought he was okay in the first half. I thought he put himself about. When he got on the ball, he used his skill and all that, and did
made some good runs.
He did. Yeah, I agree. So I think 7's really a reasonable score. 7, a lot of work on great potential. I absolutely as well. Okay, back to you, Tony, and it's the last one out the starting 11.
Isak.
There you are.
He didn't have much to do in the first half because I think lack of service given to him, lack of the ball time given to him as well. But second half, he really stepped up to the plate. I thought he played really well. He's assisting.
Yeah.
Assist for the first goal. He was lively. I'd say a 9.
9, yeah, I agree. I vote again.
I do agree with that as well.
Even Yabba's gone for a 9 as well. I totally agree with that. So there you are. He did what he had to do in that second half. And there you are. That's just what we made it. Right into the substitutions now. So, we're great in dribbling, says Yabba. And straight on in that second half was none other than our... Hold on, I'll just get that comment off first. Number 9, Callum Wilson. And he totally changed that game when he come on. I thought he was man of the match. 2 goals as well. 15 goals this season for our number 9, which is great. We're seeing the Callum Wilson we have been seeing now, which is absolutely fantastic. Who would have thought he would have got 15 goals after going on a bit of a drought after the World Cup? But he's been eating something that's made him come that player again. And to get rid of that illness he was really, really struggling with as well. For Callum Wilson. Man of the match as well. I think I have to go double figures for Callum Wilson with a 10 out of 10. Yeah, you are. So number 10 for our number 9. And that's why I've put the title is the chant for him.
Hey, Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
You put that twice, didn't you?
You what, sorry? Well, no, it's... well, it's you know the actual song?
Oh, yeah.
When you look at the lyrics, that's how it's like sings. So that's there you are. So 10 for Wilson. As always, a Wilson for 10 says you ever change the game for us? Absolutely. So I was delighted and with seeing the Wilson that was seen again, which is absolutely brilliant. So that is the main thing. Okay, so the next substitution, and I believe that was
Mickey.
So that goes back to you, Mason. Yep, and there you are.
I think it was a bit better than first year, Everton.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he had some decent passing. He had some decent passing, and yeah, some of his runs were okay. So I'm gonna give Almiron a 8.
Okay.
I always say that, and then people put the same thing. I'm a genius, mate. People put the same thing. I'm gonna put on. I'm a genius, mate.
Chris says 10 out of 10 for Wilson. Absolutely a beginning of it. Yeah, I think it's not bad for Miggy. I think he did look quite lively when he came on, I thought, which was great. Because he was disappointing on Thursday night. He really, really was, wasn't he? So I agree with that. So he's gone 7 leading towards it. Agree with Mason. Definitely better than Everton. Oh, yes. He was definitely way better than today than he was at Everton. Okay. We made 2 of the substitutions together right in the stoppage time it was. So, Tony, I'll give you Ellie Anderson.
Didn't have anything to do. I'll just give him a standard 5.
Yeah, he didn't really do a lot, did he? So that was the thing. So there you are. I'm a mind reader, Mason says, yeah, but... So there you are. And it's back to me. And the last substitution was Matt Ritchie, but again, the same. Not a lot of time came on, did he? So again, I'll go with the standard 5 for him. So 6 for Anderson.
They were going to bring on Dummett just before the referee blew his whistle.
What, sorry?
They were going to bring on Dummett just before the referee blew his whistle.
Wow, really? Well, so there you are. Okay, so that's all the players that were rated. So just a few more things to rate now.
I just want to see as well, when somebody behind me seen when they seen Dummett come on, somebody said, "Is this his testimonial game?"
Is this his testimonial game? Okay, so it's back to you, Mason, and you can have this man, the referee, Anthony Taylor.
I'll give him a 5.
5? I didn't think he was that bad, did
he? Not bad for a mank.
But I was just disappointed that I was disappointed. I don't know if he's agree or not, but I feel like before that Southampton goal, we should have had a free kick. I feel like we should have had a free kick because whoever it was, I forgot the kid's name, fell down, or whoever it was, and I don't understand why Anthony Taylor did not get a free kick.
It was Lavia.
Lavia.
Yeah.
On
I mean,
Bruno.
Lavia should have been sent. I think Lavia should have been sent off for that tackle on Bruno in the second half.
It did look a bit of a naughty tackle, didn't it?
It did, didn't it? Yeah, I thought it would have been checked.
So that's why I'm giving him a 5, because there was some decisions what he pissed me off.
I mean, I know I thought he gave the yellow card early on for Southampton, which I thought was the right decision, because I think Willock was running for goal. He got tackled, so I think that was the right decision. And we know Joe Layton did get a yellow card for an excessive celebration.
I was going to give him a 7, but then there was 2 decisions and a few more what pissed us off. So that's why I'm giving him a 5.
Yeah. The only thing is Joe Layton's picked up his 12th yellow card, I believe, now.
Fucking hell.
So hopefully we don't see any more throughout the rest of the season. 7 for the ref. But yeah, I think Joe Layton was booked for an over-the-top celebration instead of a tackle. So, okay, then maybe showing a bit okay with his distribution now. But he was booked for an excessive celebration. Okay, it's back to you, Tony. So you said a 5 for Anthony Taylor. I think Yabba gave him a 7. He did.
I was going to give him a 7, but there was fouls and decisions why he pissed me off with, and
yeah, there was a couple of ones on
there. I felt like that before the Southampton goal, we should have a free kick.
Yeah, but he wasn't terrible. I thought.
Nah,
Anthony.
He was okay. He was alright at times, but
I don't think he's a bad. I don't think he's a bad referee. Anthony Taylor.
He's not a bad referee, considering he's a bloody fucking Man United fan.
Well, he's not. He loves red cards for Man United. He loves giving them red. He loves giving them red cards. Actually,
remember this was a referee at the Euros when you had the incident to deal with Christian Eriksen having a cardiac arrest on the field.
Yeah,
and he did really well that game.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely, give him credit for that. Okay, it's back to you, Tony. You can take the fans.
Quiet times in the first half, I thought the fans were. Really come to fore in the second half when we did get the equaliser. So I'll say 9.
Yeah, 9. Yeah, quiet in the first half, but we came to from Waterloo a lot in the second half. So, which is there. So I think I agree with them. 9 for the fans. Okay, the last one to rate is none of that than our gaffer, Eddie Howe. Okay, he probably wasn't pleased with that in the first half, but he did what he had to do to change it, take a player off, put a player on, and he absolutely changed that game completely. I know Tony's getting their hands up ready. You know he wants me to say it. I'll just read Yava's comment to fans. Eddie Howe, he is getting double figures at 10 out of 10. Because he had to change. He went, right, I'm not going to wait until this sprint. I'm going to make that change for the second half. There you are. Brings Wilson on, and the game totally changes, which is what we need as well. And Eddie Howe is just getting things right at Newcastle, and I hope this manager isn't replaced anytime soon.
No.
And he's going to become a better manager. We know the bloke took a year out of management after leaving Bournemouth, but he didn't take a year out of management to sit on his backside.
No, exactly.
He went and worked, and he basically got taught by one of the best managers in Europe, and probably one of the best in the world as well, Diego Simeone.
Yes.
I mean, he's been learning. He hasn't been sitting on his backside like a certain manager will probably be doing now, since he hasn't got a job. But I mean, the guy is just phenomenal. We're getting taught by some of the elite managers in the world. And fair play to him. I mean, this is probably one of the best Newcastle managers I've ever seen as a supporter.
Yes, absolutely.
One of the best young managers I've ever seen. It since watching Newcastle. I mean, hopefully it gets more youth as well, youth as well, because he did that with Bournemouth. He did that with, I think he did that with Bournemouth as well. So hopefully we'll get a bit more youth as well to blend in with a fantastic squad he's working with.
Absolutely, yeah, totally, yeah.
I mean, they're on about Everton are apparently considering whether Sean Dyche will be getting sacked or not. After getting mauled off Newcastle on Thursday, they reckon if they lose tomorrow night, it could be Sean Dyche's could be facing the exit door.
That's
and I'm
silly.
like,
now, right now, what?
And I looked at it and I thought, yeah, but you brought Dyche in on deadline day. He didn't have a chance to sign anybody, so none of them players are his players.
5 games left.
And then, but this is the most deluding part about it, though, Pete. Right now, according to Everton, they reckon if they stay up this season, even if they did stay up, if they don't sack Dyche and they stay up, they reckon he'll be gone in the summer because they'll want to try and get Sarri from Lazio.
Or Maurizio Sarri.
Why is he going to go to Everton for?
He only lasted one season in England. He's gonna if he went to Everton, honestly, he would only last like one season as well because the bloke's a nutcase. I mean, I don't know if he's still got I don't know if he's still got. I don't know if he has cancer still, and if he wants to stay in Italy. So I'm sure I'm sure he had cancer.
Why? I think you did. I mean, but
apparently he's leaving Lazio in the summer because something to do with signings or something like that. And but they reckon Tottenham are looking at him as well. So who knows?
Why you think of get rid of Dyche with 5 games to go?
I know it's stupid, isn't it? It's
silly,
Everton though for you, isn't it?
If I was,
because they haven't got a clue.
If they go down, I think Dyche would do well. I think Dyche could do well. I think Dyche would do well in the Championship.
He's the best. He's the best sort of manager to rebuild and get a team back in the Premier League because he's done that with Burnley.
Dyche is one of those managers that can do the dirty work to get teams saved, like he's done with Burnley, for example.
I think if Everton go down, well, when they go down, because I think they will go down. I think when Everton go down, they will have to have one hell of a massive clear out. And the problem is, Pete, they're not going to get rid of that players easy, they're big earners, because who's going to buy them? They're not worth that much. The likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, yes, he's good, but when he's fit, but he's not always fit. They're going to struggle to get rid of him. They're going to struggle to get rid of the likes of possibly... The only one that they'll probably get rid of quickly might be Pickford. But other than that, there isn't a lot in that team they're going to get rid of very, very quickly. Like of seeing Neil Maupay in that.
I think Pickford will go to Tottenham in the summer. Because I know Pickford's been linked with Tottenham for ages. And I think he's an upgrade on Luis because Luis is finished.
But Pickford's got a big head and little arms.
But to be fair, I think it'll be best for him because he'll want to keep his England spot.
Maybe.
And it'll be good as well because I think he'll be good in a way because he might want to play in Europe.
Possibly. 10 for how what a manager we got here at our football club, absolutely. Yabba says Steve Bruce the Cabbage Bruce in his KFC bucket. Everton road to League 2, says Yabba. Oh. Typical
Well, it
Everton.
might be, Pete, because they may get, if they don't get points deduction this season, it'll be next season in the Championship. And can you imagine to start off minus 15? They're going to be well and truly stuffed.
Typical Everton, both can't Everton, but they do have a passionate fan base, and they know Dyche isn't the problem. Well, they do have a passionate fan base, but there's some vile supporters from that fan base as well. Apparently, they were wishing death threats on our fan base.
Apparently, Anthony Gordon's been sent some death threats from Everton for the way he was celebrating in the tunnel.
Well, he probably wanted to be out there because Everton was such a toxic club at the time. I mean, if fans are putting bollards out, blocking cars from going past, players are going to be like, well, I don't feel safe here anymore. I want out.
Mm-hmm.
I want out.
I can't believe it. Kenwright's still there, and he's like in his late 70s as well.
It's only because he used to be an actor in Coronation Street. That's the only thing he's got.
I mean, they were wishing death threats. So apparently, according to their fans as well, we intimidated them when we were beating them. Had a way and piss off.
They were threatening our fans, or they said, "Oh, we're going to get to your fans, even the disabled fans." And I thought, that's awful.
That's just.
And
sick.
then they said to Adam Pearson, "We're going to find you and rip you apart." It's like, why?
No, to be honest, fair play for what he did when he was standing with
well
them
to mix in with them.
fans.
Yeah.
Fair fucking play, man.
I thought undercover, and I'm thinking, wow, he's just unbelievable. Hey, God. I mean,
what did you make of that, Pete? The way they had the flares and everything for the coach? Did you think it was over the top?
Absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, they had fireworks outside the ground as well.
Yeah, they did.
I seen that was Liverpool fans.
But the way when we were kept scoring goals, and you could just see Goodison Park starting to empty out.
Was lovely, wasn't it?
That
was a bit like Anfield today. Tottenham fans leaving after 15 minutes.
Absolutely, yeah. Blade could even help you well. If Dyche was brought in during the World Cup break, they'd be mid-table by now. I think they would have been.
Yeah.
See, Dyche has never got a chance to buy any players in this window.
No.
So, there you are.
Can't blame him for it.
No.
That's not his fault.
It's Kenwright in that Iranian and Lampard.
Mashri.
Yeah.
For Mashiri, somebody from Mashiri, I think.
Mashiri. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you are. Well, we're just enjoying where we are now. We're going for a Champions League spot, which is well and truly could well be happening, but we've guaranteed a European spot for the end of the season, which is brilliant. And again, the reason why that has been guaranteed a European spot at the very least, so we won't go past 7th. And the reason for that is because Newcastle Fans TV put this out on their Facebook page, and that is because mathematically we have got a European spot guaranteed football for next season mathematically, because Aston Villa still need to play Brighton, Liverpool, and Spurs.
Yeah.
So that is why we can't drop past 7th now, which is great. So Europe is definitely guaranteed for next season. So those passports, get them ready, because Europe is coming for next season, guaranteed. Which is, there you are. So Europe is guaranteed, but it's just now to get our job done for going for the bigger European competition, and that is the UEFA Champions League, which is hope we are going to get for next season, which would be absolutely brilliant. There you are. It says, all good, mate. Was live before, then phone had to recover from StreamYard. Hope you're a good lads. Yeah, very well. Thanks so much, Blade.
Thank you very much, mate.
Blade's a big contributor on Bass's channel through Black and White Eyes. So, okay, guys, we're going to start to draw the show to an end now. We've covered a lot on today's review and player ratings. So we've discussed quite a lot of things on today's game as well, which is absolutely great. And I'm going to ask people where they can find it. Well, we'll ask Mason and Tony where they can be found on social media and channels as well. I'll start off with you, Mason.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Mason Ford.
That's no problem. And thank you very much. Tony, where can they find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter down there at TonyTony31. Follow me there and I'll follow you back. Also the same handle on Twitch as well. Also, you can find me on my channel, which is behind me on the background there. It's all Black and White TV. I've just done a show tonight there. So if you haven't seen that, go and check it out. Great show. I had Pete on, I had Mason on, I had Rolly on. Got some great content on there. I'm at 525 subscribers now, so I'm 75 away from 600. So if you haven't yet subscribed, then head over and give it a sub and a like. Not sure what I got coming up tomorrow, but if I've not got a show tomorrow, then I'll definitely have one back on Tuesday. And if you've hit that bell notification, you will be notified.
Absolutely, yeah. So far for me, I will probably be back Tuesday, and that will be for the Premier League review show. Because every time me and Baz change every week now, 1 week it goes on his, and then the week after it goes on mine. So we'll be on mine for this Tuesday for the Premier League review show. So keep an eye out for that. And join me and the other guys, which will discuss about the games that took place over the weekend, and of course the one on Monday night as well. That will be between Leicester and Leeds on the Monday night. So do keep tuned.
Leeds.
That will, Leicester and Leeds for Monday night. So no, Leicester and Everton. Sorry,
I was going to say.
Leicester and
story.
Everton. Good story. Yeah,
Sinclair.
there you are. There you are.
Sinclair moment.
So yeah, we'll come and join me and the guys on that. That'll be 8:15 on Tuesday. So get tuned there for that as well. And Blake just said thoughts on Klopp pulling his turkey string while celebrating.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What a numpty.
Absolutely as well. So there you are. So that's what we got coming up next there for the channel for next week so far. Of course, there will be a preview for the Arsenal game as well later on during the week as well. So do, of course, keep an eye and tune out for that as well. Definitely. Okay, guys. Again, if you have enjoyed, please remember to hit the thumbs up. Please, of course, hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you're new to the channel or if you're not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. It's free to do so. As well, and it makes the channel grow as well. And again, I have brought my quick thoughts and fan reactions, so do check out them as well. They're out on the channel as well. Some great things I bring up the day, give me thoughts after the match and get people's fans thought after the game as well, definitely. And of course, hit that bell notification and it will let you know whenever I am live or when there's a pre-recorded video being uploaded to the channel. Hit the bell will notify you whether it's a live show or a pre-recorded video on the day. If you like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so. And again, if you'd like to consider becoming a member for just 99p a month, just hit that join button to become a member. Again, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your weekend and enjoy your bank holiday tomorrow, whatever yous are doing. And we'll see yous later. Take care, everyone. See yous later.
Goodbye.
Cheers.